Hi all, I hope you've had a good week at school. What have you been up to this week? How did you get on with last week's challenge? Have you been thinking about forgiveness and forgiving other people? I hope so. This week we're going to need for this session some pens, pencils, Bible, and you're going to need some ingredients because later on we're going to be doing some baking with Bee. You can watch it now, but perhaps join in and do it another time. For the baking, you're going to need eggs, flour, sugar, butter, icing and some sweets. Oh, that sounds really exciting. I wonder what we're going to be making. First of all though, shall we join in with a song? Come on, you need to get on your feet and get ready to do some actions and some singing and dancing. We're going to join together to sing Nothing is Impossible. Here we go.
Through you, I can do anything. I can do all things, 'cause it's you who gives me strength. Nothing is impossible. Through you, blind eyes are open, strongholds are broken. I am living by faith. Nothing is impossible. It's you who gives me strength. Nothing is impossible. Through you, blind eyes are open.
Well, that was great. Now it's time for us to sit down and listen to today's story.
We are reading Luke chapter 14 from verse 1 to 14, and it says, Jesus at a Pharisee's house. One Sabbath, when Jesus went to eat in the house of a prominent Pharisee, he was being carefully watched. There, in front of him, was a man suffering from abnormal swelling of his body. Jesus asked the Pharisees and experts in the law, "Is it lawful to heal on the Sabbath or not?" But they remained silent. So taking hold of the man, he healed him and sent him on his way. Then he asked them, "If one of you has a child or an ox that falls into a well on the Sabbath day, will you not immediately pull it out?" And they had nothing to say. When he noticed how the guests picked the places of honor at the table, he told them this parable. When someone invites you to a wedding feast, do not take the place of honor, for a person more distinguished than you may have been invited. If so, the host who invited both of you will come and say to you, "Give this person your seat." Then, humiliated, you will have to take the least important place. But when you are invited, take the lowest place, so that when your host comes, they will say to you, "Friend, move up to a better place." Then you will be honored in the presence of all the other guests. For all those who exalt themselves will be humbled, and those who humble themselves will be exalted. Then Jesus said to the host, "When you give a luncheon or dinner, do not invite your friends, your brothers, or your sisters, your relatives, or your rich neighbors. If you do, they may invite you back, and so you will be repaid. But when you give a banquet, invite the poor, the crippled, the lame, the blind, and you will be blessed. Although they cannot repay you, you will be repaid at the resurrection of the righteous." Now, what this is saying to us, or what Jesus is trying to let us know, is just simply to be selfless, to put others before ourselves, and to me, I would say being generous, being kind, being helpful, and helping others without looking for a personal gain. And this also shows us, or shows you, that you have respect for those around you. And I believe that those who put others before themselves will be rewarded. If not here, it will be in heaven, which is more important. And putting others before us doesn't mean forgetting maybe about us or all the things we need to do, but thinking about others. When you see a friend, when you see a neighbor, when you see someone in need of help, you just help them out. And despite the day, despite the place, despite the time, as long as you can, you will do it. You just do it. And I'll say in conclusion to this is that you just have to help others by putting them before yourself. And that's what Jesus is trying to teach us in this parable. Hopefully this makes sense to all of you. And I pray that God will help us to do it and put others before us, and be kind, be loving, be selfless, be generous, and respectfully help each other. In Jesus' name, amen.
Wow, that's so cool. I hope you learnt lots from that story today. And now are we ready to do an activity? We're going to be baking with Bee, and we're going to think about how we can do things for other people. Over to you, Bee.
So today we've been thinking about putting others first and helping other people. And one way that we can do that is by using our gifts to bless other people, bless our friends and bless our family and those around us. So one thing that I really love to do is bake. So I thought perhaps today we could bake some cakes, and then we can think about the different people that we could bake for, and somebody that we might want to give that present to. So let's get started. So first of all, we need to wash our hands. And now these are all the things that you're going to need to make the cupcakes we're going to bake today. So you will need some flour, some eggs, some butter or margarine, some sugar, some vanilla paste, some cupcake cases, some icing, something to decorate them with, and a bowl. Get all those things and get ready to go. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to take your bowl and you're going to weigh out 6 ounces of butter and 6 ounces of sugar, and you're going to mix that together in the bowl until it goes nice and soft like butter icing. We're done. So the next thing you're going to do is you're going to take 3 eggs and you're going to break them into a mug or a little bowl and whisk them all together, and then you're going to mix it into this thing a little bit at a time until it becomes more of a liquid. Now before you start pouring your eggs into your butter and sugar mix, you need to add one more ingredient. Take your vanilla paste or your vanilla extract and just squeeze a little bit in there, like a teaspoon size, and then mix it all together before you add it in. At this point you also need to turn your oven on, and you're going to need to turn it on to 160 degrees. So we're going to turn this on like this, and then this is going to go to 160 degrees, like that. And that should heat up now. So once you've added all of your eggs, you need to sieve in the flour, and you're going to need to sieve in 6 ounces, so the same way as you had the butter and the sugar. And you're going to fold it in nice and gently to make it nice and airy. If you want to, you can also add a little bit of milk, just to make the mixture a little bit more smooth when you put it into your cake cases. Once you've mixed all of the ingredients together, it's time to put them into the cake cases, so let's go and do that now. Now they can go right into the oven. So now those are going to cook in there for about 10 to 15 minutes. You can keep checking on them, and when they're risen, they'll be done. So whilst those are baking in the oven, perhaps you can be thinking a little bit about who do you want to give these to? Who is somebody that you would like to do something nice for? We've been talking a lot about putting other people first and doing something because we want to be nice, doing something because we want to care for other people. So whether you're going to bake some cakes or draw a picture or do anything that you know that you're good at, who you're going to give that to, why do you want to give it to them, and how does it relate to what we've been learning about today? So in the time that it takes for these cakes to cook, why don't you have a little think about that? Great, so now our cakes are out of the oven, so we can get on icing them and decorating them. I'm going to pipe my icing, but you can just make normal icing if you'd like and put that on top. I've only put a little bit of icing on my ones, but you can add as much icing as you like, and you can make it different colours as well if you add a bit of food colouring, so you can ask your adult to help you with that as well. To finish off, I'm going to decorate with some chocolate buttons, and you can decorate it with any sweets you like as well. And maybe you want to add some writing icing or some sprinkles. Decorate it however you like, and be as creative as you can. And these are my finished cakes. Now I'm going to put them in a box and I'm going to give them to my family as a little present. As I said, I'm going to give these to my family, but you can give yours to whoever you'd like to. Perhaps you can have a little think about someone that you'd like to cheer up, or someone that you want to show a nice bit of friendship to. Anybody you can think of. Who do you want to give these to? Just have a little think about that now. I really hope you enjoyed baking with me this morning. I'd love to see the creations that you come up with, so get your adults to send them in to us and perhaps we can show pictures of them next week. See you all soon.
Wow, I can't wait to see what you make with your baking. Please remember to send us some of the pictures. We'd love to see what you've been up to. And now it's time to think and talk. Let's ask ourselves a question. What do you want to do to help other people? What are you going to do this week to help someone else? Perhaps you'd like to pause and think and talk about that for a little while and then come back to us later. Well, thank you for joining us this morning. I hope you've enjoyed it. What was your favourite part? Perhaps you'd like to go away and think about that. See you all soon. Bye.